Hey y'all, happy Sunday. I hope everyone is enjoying their Sunday. So let me tell y'all. So the other day, y'all, I was just sitting and I was just thinking about everything that I've been going through this past week. Um, just a constant battle and just kind of just being confused and knowing and not knowing and understanding and not understanding and thinking, oh, I got it, I understand, but then starting back questioning, starting back self doubting. It's really been that roller coaster ride that I've been telling y'all about, right? And so I was thinking, and as I was thinking, the movie Training Day came in my mind. And y'all know that movie, right? The movie with Denzel Washington and Ethan Hawke, right? Where it was like literally Ethan Hawke's first day on the job and Denzel was training him, and that training day was crazy, right? He went through so many different challenges and so many different obstacles, and it was like once he finished level 1, he went to level 2, and it was like the challenges and just that day got crazier and crazier and crazier, right? As the day went on. And so then that's when it hit me. It hit me. And that's what my message is for you all today. You're in your training season. You're in your training season, right? So, like this week, y'all, I've just been dealing with a lot. And honestly, y'all, I prayed the most. I've prayed the hardest, the longest that I've ever prayed in my life. Like, I know my prayer life has definitely stepped up a notch, right? I've definitely advanced, right? I know my level of obedience has definitely stepped up a notch. I know even my trust and my faith has definitely just got kicked up a notch, right? And I'm praying and God gives me the confirmation. This is what's crazy, right? I'm praying and God gives me the answer, right? He gives me the instruction. But I'm still seeking, right? I'm still seeking, right? I mean, I would go to Google. I would go to YouTube, and I even went to religious leadership, right? Just trying to get some additional understanding and clarity of what God already told me, of what He already answered for me, right? And I remember feeling like even more confused, still not feeling like full, still not feeling like satisfied, right? Like I still was like, well, like I need, like I get it, I understand, but it's not the answer, right? And which, it's always great. Like we should always go, to our leadership, because they're gonna always tell us and point us in the right direction, which was exactly what I received, right? And sometimes when we're seeking things, um we can leave something not feeling satisfied because we're not in the place right now to receive it, right? But what's so great is once we get into that place, that's when we're going to receive it. Now y'all, I hope y'all caught that. But anyway, so I got home and I prayed and I studied scripture, and then that's when I literally had my aha moment, right? As I was reminded in Bible study, as I was reminded again when I, went seeking direction and understanding, as I was reminded in scripture, trust, trust. Do you really trust me? And I had to ask myself, do I really, really trust God? And I'm like, yes, I trust Him, but do you trust Him? Right? Do you trust Him? And I'm like, well, I'm like, well, how would I know if I trust Him? I don't know if I trust Him when He gives me an answer or instruction, I ain't gotta go to Google. When He give me answer and instruction, I ain't gotta go to YouTube. I ain't gotta go to a friend. I don't have to go to religious leadership. I don't have to go to any of those things, because once he give me the answer, once he give me the instruction, that's it. You know how we say, well, I said what I said, period. Well, when God say what he said, period. That's how you'll know when you trust him, right? And so, y'all, I know the last couple of videos I've been saying, like, trust the process, trust the process. It's for me too, y'all. I'm not just putting it out here just for, it's for me. It's for me. I have to also, y'all, I'm learning to trust the process, because it's a lot. Let's just be honest. It's a lot. Like, it is a lot walking with God, right? And you gotta pray, and you gotta read scripture, and you even do have to build community, y'all, and you do have to find someone that you trust, that you do know who is truly of the Lord, and you have to also talk with them, right? um Talk with them. Like, it's literally a whole process, because on top of that, again, y'all, we, not just you, not you, baby, me too. So we are in our training season, y'all. God is training us. And so when you're in your training season, it's going to be challenges. Because guess what, baby? Once we accomplish or we overcome that challenge, guess what? We leveling up. It ain't just gonna be easy, and that is the difficult part of it, right? Because sometimes you don't get a break, okay? Just like y'all ladies, when we in labor with our baby and we having them good old contractions, we don't get a break. It's back to back to back. Sometimes them challenges be back to back to back. We do not get a break sometimes, right? But that's okay, because guess what? God is with us. God reminds us every step of the way. As long as we keep our minds and our heart focused on God, y'all, he will remind us every step of the way that he is with us, that he has not left us, right? And we got to think about it, y'all. He was with us when we was in our mess. He was with us. He was with us when we were in the middle of our mess, and he didn't leave us. So you really think the Lord gonna leave us now while we walking with him, while he molding us, right? Training season, meaning a lot of development is going on here with us, y'all. Character development, right? He cleaning us out, right? He's delivering us from some things, right? He getting our mind right so we can get our talk right, right? It's a lot of different things that's going on, right? It's a lot of transformation. It's a lot of lessons, y'all. It's so much that's going on in the training season. But guess what? Thank God. I thank God so much that he see fit to train me, right? To train me, y'all. Right? Just like with a baby, right? A baby just don't grow up. We gotta train them. We gotta teach them, right? If you are a parent, you just don't let your children just grow up in the world without discipline, without knowledge, right? Without giving them some wisdom, right? And even part of training them sometimes is letting them go through the hard stuff, right? Letting them think they grown to do whatever they want to do, and let them dig their own hole and fall in it. Then they're gonna be looking up like, I need some help, right? Ain't that's what we do to God, right? God has the instruction. He has everything we need in the Bible, right? He has everything we need in there, right? But sometimes, y'all, we get hard headed and we want to do things our way because we think we grown, and we know, and we got it, right? We got it, and we don't need no help, and we don't need to listen, right? As adults, we hard headed too, right? And sometimes the Lord let us go on through those challenges. He let us go on that hardship, y'all, right? And then once we go through it, we like, Lord, I need you. Can you help me? But guess what? Because he is love, because he's patient, because he has so much compassion, and y'all, because of his grace and mercy, because of his grace and mercy, y'all, he does not turn his back on us. He does not give up on us. So, y'all, if you find yourself going through challenges right now, it's okay. Just know you in your training season. And just to think, I'm in my training season, y'all. Something about that just excites me. Something about that just makes me feel so good, right? And not only that, y'all, I Also, y'all, want to share with y'all my favorite scripture. This, and y'all, this is literally like my favorite scripture. Like, I got it written down in my office. I got it written down like several places, right? And it's probably like one of the ones that I literally can remember. But my favorite scripture, y'all, is Jeremiah 29:11. Right? For I know the plans I have for you, right? The plans not to harm, but to prosper you. The plans to give you hope and a future, y'all. That scripture, y'all, when I recite that, when I think about it, when I read it, y'all, it just brings me so much peace because I think about everything. I think about how my life was before I decided to walk with God and truly submit myself and truly live for Him. I remember how so much I went through, y'all. Y'all just don't know. And then when I finally decided to just say, you know what, God, I can't do it without you. I need you, God. Right? Come, I need you, God. Y'all, I've been so hopeful. I just have so much hope. And I think that's all I ever wanted was just to feel hopeful, y'all, and not feel lost. I mean, can you imagine how it feels to go many years of your life, just about almost all of your life, to an extent, to feel lost, to feel like you don't have a purpose, just to feel like you wandering around like you don't know what to do, right? And when I'm saying this, I'm speaking internally, and it's like now, for I have plans for hope, and for hope and give you a future, y'all. That that piece right there, hope and a future. It just makes me feel so good. And just even now talking about it, y'all, just brings peace and just calmness over me. And to know that whatever the Lord tells me to do, directs me to do, is not to harm me. Because everything He's told me to do thus far, it's really to help me. It's to build me. It's to make me stronger. Why, y'all? Because I am in my training season. You're in your training season, y'all. Right? And sometimes, y'all, again, it's going to get hard. Right? But then that's when we got to remember Galatians 6:9, y'all. We can't grow weary. Right? We can't stop. We got to continue to do it. Even when you get tired, right? Even when you're tired and you just feel like, Lord, I'm doing everything. I'm still in this place. Or, Lord, when I'm going to have a breakthrough? Oh, Lord, I'm always being kind to people. I'm always being giving to people. But it seems like I don't never get what I give, right? But even though those things, we can't stop, y'all. We got to continue to go. We got to continue to go and keep doing it, Lord. Because as it say in Galatians 6:9, continue to do it and you will reap the harvest, right? So we can't grow weary, right? And and sometimes we grow weary too, y'all. It's because sometimes, y'all, we are creatures of instant gratification, y'all. We want it right then and there. We all guilty of it, right? But we got to learn. And if you really look at it, y'all, every good thing, you don't get it instantly. Look at owning a home. You don't own a home in a day, right? Unless you like a billionaire or something like that. You come in cash, that's different. But the average daily living people, you don't just get a home in one day, right? You don't just, if you sick, right, and you get over some, say you got a cold, you don't just get over a cold in one day, right? If you got a job that you've always been working towards and you finally got that promotion, you didn't get that promotion in one day. It's been all the work that you put in over time is what got you to be able to be selected for that promotion. If you graduate high school or college with a degree, you don't get it that day. It's all over time, right? So anything that is over time, right, it takes time. When things take time, it's work that put into it. And it requires certain things. It requires certain characteristics, right? Again, that character development. Again, why? Because you're in your training season, y'all. You're in your training season. So I hope this message helps someone and resonates with someone. And it might not resonate with you right now, right? But hopefully at some point, you'll be like, ah, I got it. And it resonates with you, right? Because we all have our own timing and everything, right? My time ain't your time ain't my time, right? But just know, don't give up, y'all. And just know you're in your training season. And being in a training season, y'all, is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place to be. Because that means God is going to do some wonderful things in your life, in my life, in our lives. And so we just got to continue to do the work. And I know Christmas time is coming up. So Merry Christmas to everyone. I hope everyone have a wonderful Christmas and enjoy your loved ones. And those who, you may be grieving during this time, I really pray that God gives you peace, that you're not alone, and that God is with you. He is God, y'all. God is always with us. He truly is always with us. And I'm just so grateful and just so thankful, y'all. I thank you, y'all. And I'm going to just tell y'all this, and then I'm done, y'all. If you do find yourself getting weary, if you have pictures, if you have videos, if you have something in physical form, or you may not have nothing in physical form, but just sit back and think. Think about your life over the past 10 years, right? Think about your life and then think about where you're at now. Y'all, when I look at my Facebook is a reminder for me, y'all. Because when I look at my Facebook pictures, right? And then I look at now, I be like, woo, God done did some work on me, right? God has really, truly, truly done some work on me, y'all. Because but I'm so glad, right? Because none of us are perfect, right? I don't care. As I always say, we can try to pretend to be, dress it up in a bow, make it present ourselves, but none of us are perfect, right? And so sometimes, y'all, I'll just scroll on my Facebook pictures from back way, and it's just certain things, even the small things, right, that may not even be necessarily noticeable. But I look at those things and then I just look over time until now. And I just be like, wow, I could tell God has really, really moved in my life. And even when I just think about, the way how just everything about me, y'all, God has really moved. So when you do find yourself getting weary, find something in physical form if you can, or just sit back and just think about your life from about 10 years ago. And you will truly see how God has truly moved in your life. And that will help empower you and encourage you, right, to keep on. Because the Tri-City Singer say, you have to sometimes encourage yourself. You have to speak over yourself. Sometimes you got to give your own self a pat on the back. You got to speak victory over yourself, right? Because the fact of the matter is, y'all, just like on the job, you can do everything A through Z, and you might not get one thank you. You might not be shown any appreciation, but that don't make you stop. You keep on doing everything A through Z, right? Right? Same thing. Same thing with walking with God and when things get tough, right? You got to still encourage yourself and uplift yourself, right? Speak over yourself. And so y'all do those things if you feel yourself getting weary and you just getting tired. Think back over your life of where you used to be, and I want you to even play that song. I think it's Donald Lawrence and Tri-City Singers. Maybe be encouraged, or I'm encouraged. I don't know, but you can Google the lyrics, right? Um, and I'm encouraged. You can Google that and it'll come up. But yeah, do those things, and think about how much better you'll feel, y'all. Think about how much better you'll feel. So I wish everybody a Merry Christmas and y'all be blessed.